My hair is so long, man. Like, look at this. It literally covered my whole ear. Like, it is so long. I mean, before I started recording this video, I went to the bathroom. I used a comb to comb my hair, but then I came back and it looks like crap. So I just stopped trying to look pretty after that. But anyway, so hi, welcome back to another episode of Talk to Myself. It has been such a long time since we've done a Talk to Myself episode, right? And I think that today is a good opportunity to do that. So today I'm going to be talking about something which is quite interesting. I think that you guys want to hear it. So as you're all aware that we're in quarantine, and if you're not aware of that, I have no idea where you've been. But we have been in quarantine for quite some time now, and I don't even remember how long we've been in quarantine for. I just know that it's been such a long time. At this time, like years ago, you guys are probably going to be doing some things like preparing for school, go to the bookstore and buy some books, and go to the bookstore to buy pencil and pens, anything that helps you with your studying, right? But this year you can't do that. So I heard that you guys are now doing online studying, which is quite fascinating because my mom is a teacher and she's teaching online right now. So I understand that. But I mean, in quarantine, there's going to be a lot of things for you to experience, especially like learning and improving yourself. I mean, at the first day of quarantine, I was like, everything's gonna be okay. I mean, quarantine is gonna last for about a few weeks or so, and then everything's gonna go back to normal. That's what I was thinking. But like after a while, I just like the like in the first few weeks, I was like so hoping. I was so hopeful, mate. Like I go on the internet, I check every single status, every single analytic, any information that I can find on COVID, quarantine, and things like that. And I was like, oh, maybe one day it'll go down, the number will go down and we'll be back to normal. But apparently the number doesn't really go down that much. And we're kind of like in a big mess right now. But I know that everything is going to be okay because the government is actually doing a great job at dealing with the COVID and the whole pandemic thing. So, you know, hats off to them, hats off to you guys, respect you guys. So, like when I sit at home, quarantine has given me a lot of experience and a lot of things to learn from that. Because like when I sit at home, I don't know if you guys have the same thing as I do, but when you sit at home, there's always that feeling of just stress and just tiredness and just a lot of like worriness. I don't know what that is, but it's wearing me out and it's making me feeling really tired and I don't like it. But after a while, I realized that that's called redemption. Yeah, it's called redemption. So what does that mean? So basically, while I was in quarantine, at first I was happy. I was like, yeah, I just like stay at home. I wake up and I eat, I go to sleep, and then I work and stuff like that. I do the same thing every day. But then after a few weeks, I started getting tired of it, and I want to go outside. You know, this reminded me of a post I remember like years ago. A lot of posts about it. It was like sort of like a post for you to tag your friends in and stuff like that. And the post go like this: if you could live in this mansion, and there's a picture of a mansion, for a whole year with unlimited food, with unlimited electricity, and you can do whatever the hell you want in that building for a year. And after you've lived in that building for 1 year without going outside, you will receive $50 million. That was the post. It was just a fun post for you to tag your friends in and stuff like that. But I was reading that and I was like, oh, that's pretty easy. I'm an introvert guy. I enjoy staying at home. So it really isn't that much of a challenge for me to stay in that mansion with unlimited food, unlimited electricity, and I'll get 50 million. Easy. Easy peasy, right? But then myself right now, halfway into the quarantine, I get so obsessed with myself, I want to go outside. So then I realized that the reason why I answered to that post so easily is because back then we had a choice. We had an option that we can go outside, but we chose not to because we were like, no, I don't want to go outside because I want to stay at home. If I want to go outside, I will go outside. That was us back then because we were like, yeah, we can do whatever the hell we want, right? But now we're in quarantine. We have no option but to stay inside. So after a while, you're gonna feel this pressure of just one thing to do every single day in just such a confined space because my apartment is small. In such a small space, you're starting to feel a little bit angry sometimes. And your tone, your emotion, everything might change. And that is where redemption comes. That I remember one night, I was just lying in my room. I just get so stressed and just depressed, mate. And then I start thinking about everything in the past. All the mistake I did, all the faults, all the good thing, all the good times I was having fun with my friends. I start to value that time, you know what I mean? Like I value the time where I get to go out with friends. I get to do a lot of fun things with friends. But we didn't really think that that fun time is gonna end. Because we were like, oh, everything is gonna be fine. We're gonna have fun forever. So it's okay. It's okay. But then it ends because of quarantine. We can't go outside anymore. We can only see friends online. And I just kind of value that time. We took that time that we were having fun for granted. Yeah? And now we just value that time so much that we would do anything just to get 1 week or maybe perhaps 1 day to go outside with your friends. I understand that. And then you start thinking about all the past, all the things that you've done, all the mistakes that you've done. I'm not saying that you should run away from it. I'm saying that you should embrace it, learn from it, because that's what makes you become who you are. You can learn from it to improve yourself to become a better person. It's okay to make mistakes. If you look into that, you see that you make a mistake, you're not a good person, you have to improve yourself. That's what mistakes are for. No one's perfect, right? So I just sat there and I think about like my mistake, the thing that I've said that hurt people. Yeah, and then I realized that, yeah, there's a lot of things I need to do to improve myself, to become a better person in the future. That's called redemption. And I believe that a lot of you guys are going through the same stage, or maybe you're not, maybe you, I don't know what you're going through, I'm just saying it. After a while, I just realized that quarantine, it's literally a time for you to sit there and talk to yourself. Literally talking to myself. No puns intended. But yeah, I just sit there and I think about the things I've done, and then I spend time with my family more. I spend time with my mom more, because when I was going to work, I go to work from like, I go from 1 p.m. to like 6 or 7 p.m. or something like that. Maybe sometime I go like at like 9 or 10 or something like that. It's rare that I go to work at 10 a.m. in the morning. But yeah, and my mom, she goes to work from 6 a.m. till like, I don't know. I don't remember the last time I saw her coming home, but it was like 7 p.m. or something like that. It was like, so I didn't know when she came home because I never stayed home to know when she came home. But I just know that she came home really late and we barely speak to each other. We were both tired, we were both wear out, so we took a shower. My mom went to her bed, she went to sleep. I went and played my video games, and then I went to sleep after work. But during quarantine time, me and my mom get to spend a lot of quality time with each other. We talk a lot, we do things together. I even, you know, like the banana ice cream, me and my mom literally do it. I didn't do it that much, but mostly my mom did it because she was the chef, she know a lot of cooking things. I was just helping a little bit. And we created ice cream. Like, not created, it was more like we made like banana ice cream just to eat as a snack and stuff like that. And yeah, we spend time talking to each other, hanging out and stuff like that. And yeah, I see that I spend a lot more time with my family, and yeah, it feels great. It feels great, and I just know that everything is going to be okay. Quarantine is going to be over as long as you're staying at home, and just remember to wash your hand, wear your mask at all time, and yeah, that's all you need to do. And speaking of my mom, she's a teacher, and then she start, you know, teaching online and stuff like that. And I realized that a lot of you guys right now, maybe you're in like 2nd grade, 3rd grade, I don't know, but maybe a lot of you guys out there have experienced online studying, or maybe a lot of you guys have yet to experience online studying. So I have a few tips for you, not much because I've only experienced like 1 year of it, but I have a few tips on how to like study online, because I know what it feels like. I've been there, done that, and I must admit it's really fun. But I mean, let me just give you a few tips here. So the first thing is studying online is different from studying offline, is that you cannot go outside and meet with friends, right? The whole point of going to school is for you to interact with people, interact with teachers, with friends, having fun, talking while studying, right? But now studying online is more like you sit there on your computer listening to your teacher. Maybe you can see your friend's webcam, maybe not, I don't know. But yeah, it's less interactions, but it's safer for you guys due to the pandemic and all that. So You can't go outside to buy books, right? You can't go outside to buy books, to buy pens and stuff like that. So what I suggest you doing is going to, I believe that school must provide this, but if they don't, you can go online, you can go on the internet and find online material, online books for you to download so you can use it instead of having to go outside and buy it. But if you guys have managed to buy it beforehand, then it is good. It's good, yeah, it's good. So the second tips is you have to have a habit of working regularly, because I know what it's like for you to stay at home. I've been there, mate. I mean, like when I stay at home and I study, my first instinct would be, oh, it's fine. I'm staying at home, I'm not going anywhere. I can do my homework, I can do my job at any time I want to, right? But I mean, it's good because you're staying at home. Eventually, you're gonna have to do it because it's literally right there in front of your face, right? But over time, it's gonna grow that thing in you that make me feel that just make you feel lazy all the time. You're just gonna be like, oh yeah, I'm gonna do it later. I'm gonna do it later. It's right there. You're gonna grow that little bit of laziness inside of you, and it's not good for the future. So if you can create a habit where you just do it, and find yourself a motivation to work, and just don't just sit there. Don't just say I'll do it tomorrow. Do it right now. Just don't say do it tomorrow, because you will get lazy eventually. So that's the second tips. So the third tips is you have to write down a sort of like a schedule or a timetable, and just for you to manage, to organize your time perfectly for you to work throughout the day, like 7 p.m. wake up, eat breakfast or something like that. So if you can't, then you can like set a reminder on your phone for it to remind you what you need to do, or you can ask your friends or not your friends, no, or you can ask your family, your mom, your dad, your sister, your siblings, whoever you have in your home, to help you remind you what you need to do during that time. Because I know sometimes you can be forgetful, you can forget whatever you want. I mean, I have that thing all the time, and my mom usually has to tell me what to do. So I know that. So make sure to have a timetable, a schedule, and ask your mom, or maybe set a reminder on your phone to tell you what to do, right? The next thing is really important actually for studying online, is that you need to have a space, a corner for you to study. Now I know that a lot of you guys out there, you don't have a private space, right? You don't even have a private corner, let alone a private room for yourself. I know a lot of you guys out there, because I understand that. And if you have a private room to yourself, then good for you. Then you're gonna have a perfect corner, a perfect place for you to study. You can decorate it so it looks pretty, it looks motivated. It looks I don't know, it just looks, make your space comfy so that you can go there and you feel like, oh, I want to study, fully energized, fully motivated, and you can sit there and study all day. That's what I meant. But if you don't have a private room to yourself, find yourself a corner in the room. And if you living with your dad, your mom, your siblings, and you're staying in the same space, you have no private space, then I suggest that you ask them nicely, say that, oh, mom, dad, I'm gonna have an online class in about an hour, and I'm gonna have that corner right there as my studying corner. So I would be really appreciated if you guys can keep it down while I'm studying, and don't bother me while I'm studying online, so I can concentrate on what I'm doing. That is a private space for you to study, so you can concentrate on your studying and you can feel free. So that is going to be your private space for you to study and all that, so you can feel comfortable while studying, so nobody bother you and all that. So yeah, that's all the tips I have for you on what to do while you study online. I hope you guys find this video helpful. And if you're feeling all the stages that I've said before, just remember everything is going to be okay. You just need to embrace it and learn from it, and just improve to become a better person. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next episode. Stay fabulous. Bye.